Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Great Men Taking Over the World. I'm Ren. If you haven't already, be sure to check out the Dino Crisis 1 review up in the link above and get right back over here, because this time I'm going to be checking out the sequel, Dino Crisis 2. Yeah! If you watched my Dino Crisis 1 video, you'll know that even though I appreciated it for what it was when it came out, I was struggling to enjoy it and therefore was rather wary about wanting to even try the sequel. But you know, I like to keep an open mind, and I also heard that it was better than the first, so I went and downloaded off the PlayStation Store to give it a go. So is Dino Crisis 2 more of the same, better than the original, or just a steaming pile of dino dung?
That is one big pile of shit.
Let's dig in and find out. It's been a year since the events in Dino Crisis 1 when it was first discovered that Dr. Kirk's experiments with the Third Energy Project created a time warp that happened to bring dinosaurs into the present, thus overtaking the research facility, but Regina and her team members sorted it all out in the end. Or so they thought. Since then, the government has taken over Dr. Kirk's work and began research on a base in the Midwest. Basically, they fuck up, causing the whole base to go back in time. So this time we not only have Regina from good old Sort back at it again, but we also have a new guy, Dylan, from the Tactical Reconnaissance and Acquisition Team, or TRAT for short. Jesus, what is with Capcom and these stupid acronyms? They just get worse and worse. Sort! TRAT! I can't wait to see what the next game will have. It'll probably be something like the Special Hacking Intelligence Team or some shit like that. Oh wait, that's literally what it stands for. Shit. So Regina and Frat Boy Dylan, Trat Boy Dylan, are sent back in time to rescue survivors and collect data on the Third Energy Project. They set up camp, and before they even get a chance to roast marshmallows and sing Kumbaya by the fire, they get attacked by a bunch of big-ass lizards. This intro is pretty sweet, and it sets up the tone for this all-new crisis. Forget everything you know about Dino Crisis. This is not the same game at all. Well, there are control mechanic similarities, and the graphics of the characters and dinosaurs look about the same, but instead of a Resident Evil style spin-off that was quite tedious and overladen with puzzles like the first one, Dino Crisis 2 is a pure action game. Dino Crisis 1 was kinda like this. And Dino Crisis 2 was more like this. Right off the bat, you're thrown into the thick of the jungle and start blasting away velociraptors like it's going out of style. My god, your guns actually do damage this time. I was so surprised how easily you can kill raptors here, but I guess because of that, the quantity of dinosaurs attacking you has increased by what seems to be thousands. You're basically mowing down dinos left and right. Not only do you kill them easily, but you have a shit ton of ammo to boot. Obviously, the game encourages killing over running away this time. The feeling of survival horror is gone here. There's no sparse raptors here and there chasing you down hallways as you try to scrape together ammo and health like the first game. This is straight up run and gun action. Like I said, killing dinos is basically encouraged here since you have a point system where you can get points for killing dinos and racking up combos for extra points. And so you use these points as currency at these cool little computer stations to purchase ammo, health items, and even new weapons and equipment, making dino slaying all that much more satisfying. I personally love using the machine guns and the rocket launchers. You switch between Regina and Dylan throughout. They play about the same, just a few different weapons and abilities, like Dylan being able to cut vines off of doors, like here as he shows Regina how to do it, Trat style.
Oh, come on. Didn't they teach you how to open a door at SORT training? Here, I'll show you. Watch this.
Remember, Trat is where it's at. This whole place is crazy. It feels like everything here is trying to kill you. You're gonna be fighting way more dinosaurs this time too. You go up against endless hordes of raptors, of course. And then there's these little assholes that always like to do flying dragon kicks out of the bushes, which always cracks me up. Wait, this must be how Dragon Kick got its name. Who knew martial arts went that far back? There's those annoying ass pterodactyls, these weird guys that I don't remember their name, but it was really sweet flipping them over into the lava. Sucker. You fight a bunch of Nessies, you fight Allosauruses, or is it Allosauri, I don't know, that jump around the areas chasing after you. Yikes, that was intense! And a few other dinosaurs, including the staple T-Rex of course, and even a Gigantosaurus that makes the T-Rex his bitch. Holy shit! Dude, you fight and kill every goddamn thing and begin to wonder if it really was a meteor that caused the dino extinction and not Trat and Sort behind the whole thing all along. I mean, the points you acquire are even called extinct points. Damn. Some of the basic improvements over the original include, you finally got a quick turn move now, the controls feel better overall, both characters now have melee weapons, you can easily spot notes this time, not just the items. Man, the menu is so much freaking better, much cleaner and nicer looking, and of course just more intuitive to use overall. Great job improving that one, that was much needed. While Dino Crisis 1 had a crap ton of puzzles,
God damn it! I hate this hacker crap!
there are barely any of them in this game. It's almost pure action, which I think is a bit too much of a dramatic change in the opposite direction. I mean, why does it have to be either or? I think a bit more puzzles would have balanced the pacing of the game a little better, as it can get a bit repetitive capping dinos endlessly, but it's not a big deal. There's also a little bit of annoying backtracking, but it's not overkill. There are some cool sequences that do add variety to the game. You'll go into a few on-rail shooter parts that reminded me of that awesome light gun Jurassic Park game I played in the arcades a long time ago. There's a part when you drive a tank to escape a T-Rex chase, that was sweet too, as well as running away from Allosauruses while your partner shoots missiles at them. Man, this is what I'm talking about. This is how you handle a Dino Crisis. These crazy action sequences must have been pretty hyped for 2000 when it came out, cause I'm hyped right now. If you haven't noticed yet, another dramatic change are the game's backgrounds. They changed it going from fully 3D to the pre-rendered iconic Resident Evil style. This suits these games so much better, honestly. I was so glad to see them here. I mean, they just add so much more personality to the world with the believable looking areas with tons of detail. And it doesn't feel like they're copying Resident Evil exactly. Here it feels like it's its own thing. It's the complete opposite in that sense from the first game, and I really dig it. I mean, look at this awesome looking military ship, this awesome lava-filled cave, this sweet looking futuristic facility, and it's so cool seeing dinosaurs stomping around in the background, like the Triceratops in the field and the T-Rex in the lush jungle. This just makes it so much more immersive and cinematic. Awesome details. Exploring these places is freaking great. And because of all this, the atmosphere is superb. I mean, this part when you're walking through this poisonous plant area with the colors changing and this moody music playing really create a sense of an otherworldly alien planet. It's fantastic. Another part I love, maybe even my favorite, was the underwater sequence when Regina gears up with the diving gear and has to wander through a submerged facility. It reminded me of the movies The Abyss or Sphere or even the Metroid Prime games. It felt so different from the rest of the game. It was a great change of pace. The atmosphere was so good here, and the water effects just added to the immersiveness. Really awesome part. This game isn't long. I beat it in like 6 hours my first playthrough on normal mode, but that's okay since it doesn't overstay its welcome. It's actually pretty easy on normal mode since you can just keep buying health items, and dying is rarely an issue, and even then you can just stock up on reviving items. Maybe hard would be more enjoyable. I don't know, I haven't tried it yet. I do wish there were more puzzles for extra variety and also just better pacing throughout the game. After you beat the game, you unlock Dino Coliseum, which was pretty cool for a few times. You choose different characters and you go through waves of dinosaurs in what seems to be a Metal Gear Solid VR training stage. You can even unlock and play as dinosaurs here, it's pretty cool. So I'm gonna give Dino Crisis 2 an 8 out of 10. Hell, I'm sure I would have given it even higher had I played it back in the day. It genuinely surprised me how different it was from the first game, almost a complete 180. The story was interesting. You find out some cool stuff regarding Dylan, these weird helmet-looking weirdos, and of course plenty more third energy nonsense. Dylan is a cool new character. Regina is badass as usual and pretty much iconic to the series at this point, and I'd like to see some more of her, if you catch my drift. Anyway, this game is a lot of fun and it's pretty much everything I wanted out of the first one. It's a unique take on the Resident Evil formula, as it has its own solid identity here this time. It really banks on the dinosaur aspect of the series, taking it into overdrive actually, and thus creating an original action game in the process. I completely recommend it to Resident Evil fans obviously, Jurassic Park fans as well, or just anyone wanting to play a kick-ass old school action game from the PS1 era. I would really like to see the first Dino Crisis remade like Resident Evil 2, keeping it survival horror-ish, and if they remade this one, definitely make it crazy over-the-top action and then some. I really wish I played this game when I was younger. This would have been one of my favorite PlayStation 1 games easily. So guys, thanks for joining me on another episode where I took a look at Dino Crisis 2. In my opinion, the way better version here. It's one of those instances where the sequel is much better than the first game, at least in my opinion. You guys let me know what you think of Dino Crisis 2 in the comments below. Be sure to like this video if you enjoyed it. Be sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. It means a lot, helps us grow. Thanks a lot for that. Also, check out some of our other videos that we got. We got Resident Evil. There's a link right here if you want to check out some of the Resident Evil videos we got. And also follow us on social media. And so until the next time, guys, adios, amigos. Oh, yeah. I sound like Randy Savage. What the fuck?